Hello and welcome back to Rust Sweat and ADOs. It feels like forever since I did my last video, and if I'm honest, a lot has happened in the last few months. Some good things have happened, but there's also been some bad things. We've gained some cars to the channel, but we've also lost some cars to the channel. The biggest bad news of all is, of course, in the last video, we were having to move out of our unit because it was being turned into housing. We had hoped to find another unit to move into, but sadly that never happened, so all of my cars are currently in temporary storage and the parts are scattered everywhere. So you may remember at the end of 2020, Tom and I purchased a pair of Reliant Robins, Peter and Paul. Tom chose Peter and I chose Paul. The plan was always to do a road trip, but due to COVID, the unit issues, it ended with Paul being listed on eBay as an unsold project, an unfinished project, and it did eventually sell. Fortunately for Paul, the buyer never actually went through with the sale. This left me with a really sticky situation because I'd got a car that I hadn't banked on having. I'd not got a space to keep him. So Tom kindly stepped in and offered to put Paul on the road for us, and this would mean that we could go back to our original idea and do a road trip. Obviously with COVID and things like that, we couldn't possibly do the big road trip we were planning, so we decided to scale it back. Suddenly we realised what could be better than taking two of the most inappropriate cars in the world to the most inappropriate place names in the world. A quick Google search revealed that a number of rude place names are local to me in the Derbyshire Dales. So we booked a campsite and off we set. So the first stop, of course, Balls Lane. Tom has just headed off to find Willie Lane. Apparently Alfreton Road becomes Willie Lane for about 200 yards. So he's just gone that way to try and find a road sign. Because what we thought was Willie Lane is actually Alfreton Road, which is less exciting. So while Tom's away, I thought we'd get a chance to have a look around his Robin and compare it to my Robin. So clearly his is not as beautifully painted as mine, but ultimately mine's got a random red door. My back tyre keeps going flat, so we're going to have to look at that at some point. And I keep losing indicators, so that again we need to look at. But aside from that, both of them seem to have driven a whole 15 miles without breaking down. So there we have it, Butts Road. On to the next place. Apparently Spanker Lane is up there.
Oh, is it?
But Spanker Terrace was just a happy accident.
Well, we can have Spanker Terrace and Spanker Lane.
Like everything in life, Cock Alley isn't as impressive as you would expect it to be. Apparently that there, folks, is Cock Alley, according to the map. Or whether it's that cock over there that doesn't know where it's going. But anyway, it's quite a nice view out here. So we will not drive into Cock Alley, because there's no way we're getting the Robins out of there. But the sitrep report is they're running well.
Bye.
Bye! Tom goes off joyriding. And the worst fire ever.